we're gonna hit the road. Yeah, there's no turning back, we're gonna hit the road.
Verona Park, Verona, New Jersey. This was a big deal when the kids were growing up, and when we were growing up, or at least when I was as a young kid, my family used to come here. Got a nice lake where you can paddle boat, little ice cream shop, all kinds of parks for kids. It's beautiful to walk around the lake. A lot of weddings here, beautiful bridge that goes over the lake. We used to bring our kids here when they were small, and Lisa and I are coming for a walk today.
We used to bring the boys here for like free jazz concerts in the park and stuff.
Yep, concerts in the park. We have pictures of the kids over by the tennis courts here when they're babies. Yeah. They have art festivals here, all kinds of things.
We actually came here for a photo shoot for our 25th anniversary.
Yes, we did. All right, so we'll show you a little of the places we wander around. This is kind of the main hub, if you will, of the park. There's a little pavilion there where bands perform, and there's a little tiny little eatery right here where you can get some ice cream and the paddle boats. You can see, gorgeous.
Oh, they got like swan-like ones.
Yeah, they got swan. There's a little island in the middle of the lake. See if you can see it down there. I'll show it to you when we get around that side. And you see they got little swan paddle boats now. They got rid of the ones they had here since we were kids, which were ruined, wrecked. So that's a good thing. They got all kinds of activities. So if you live in North Jersey, all kinds of things going on. You might want to check out Verona Park, right off Bloomfield Ave in Verona. I'll give you a little more. It's quaint. It's probably been here since the late 1800s. All kinds of park benches strewn throughout, little picnic areas. Yes, 3 times we mentioned they have ice cream, but 3 times is not enough as far as I'm concerned. This is the little ice cream and hot dogs, hamburgers kind of thing. Now it really starts to get beautiful. Well, they open it. There's a little clock on there what time it opens again.
There's 11 o'clock, but it's 2. So
You're ruining the video.
they're ruining our ice cream experience.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just a good place to take lots of pictures.
Yes.
Which I'm going to do right now.
I'm sure you are. Lisa's going on a picture expedition, a photography expedition. So I'll show you this bridge, which is something I really like. A lot of weddings here because of this bridge. You can see why. It looks like Paris. They have weddings here. Don't listen to her. They actually do the weddings over here in the grass. Then they do their pictures by the bridge. There's a guy doing push-ups by the bench. As soon as I started. Let's go up on the bridge. I'll give you a shot from there. It's like we're in Paris. I said that already, didn't I? Look at this. Great place to come, smoke a cigar, read a book, listen to music, go for a walk. There's Lisa down there. You can see her real tiny like. She's like all tiny and like small and everything. That's a little Rosanna Dana for you guys over 50. All right. You can paddle boat and come out right underneath here. All right. You might see a little more. I love these birch trees. I don't know what they're called. Maybe paper birch? Something like that. Yeah, it feels as good as it looks out here right now. She's still taking pictures over there. You see her? Can you spot her over there by that tree? There she is. Taking pictures of like a butterfly is my guess right now. Hold on, you might see a little more too. If you're good. Gotta get you some of the Italians playing bocce ball over here. You can hear them. These guys are like, we gotta get Tree in here. Come on, Tree them. Let's go.
That ain't blue, goddamn.
That ain't blue, goddamn it. What the hell? This is the bench we used to hang on.
Yes.
You hear him back there? Yo, whoa, hey, oh.
Oh, you can fish here too. It's trout stocked waters.
Trout stocked waters.
Taste that your fang.
Yeah. And I was right. Lisa was taking video of butterflies. So I'm sure you'll see a little bit of that. In un momento, por favor. The northern red oak, or Quercus rubra, is a native tree to the North American soil. This tree can grow anywhere in stature.
Stop.
Sorry. This is the bench Lisa and I used to sit on all the time when we would take a break. And they're dedicated, these benches, to particular folks. So this one is in honor of Rita and Bob Wolf. In case you ever want to stop by and sit where the famous Lisa sits.
Yes, because you can see the bridge and the thing and the thing.
Let me sit down and we'll take a look from this very vantage point.
Yes, let's.
Oh, well.
Yes. Maybe you can zoom into that nice little bridge.
I've already showed him the bridge.
Not from here.
The Susquehanna River.
Please. If you listen, you could hear the quiet. Hear it?
They could if you'd stop talking.
Hey.
All kinds of really cool trees here too. This pine is great. You probably can't see it too good. This phone doesn't do it justice, but this is a really cool pine. A lot of oaks. And this weeping willow over here is a beautiful one. I'm waiting for these people to go by so I can show it to you. I love these little Asian type trees too. I don't know what they are, but I like them. Love it. Let's carry on, shall we? Oh, Lisa's videoing. I heard her speaking. What are you, copying me? There are some fish swimming through here. I'm not sure if you can see them or not. Please do not feed the geese. Those are ducks. Guess we can feed the geese. You could see some punks out there, or cattails, or whatever you call them. Everybody calls them something different, depending on where you're from. Here's a nice old pine tree. Let's get a look at this thing. Well, that's not it. That's over here. I can't get close to it. The two trees are intertwined. Let's see. Where are you? All right, wish I could get closer. They've got some wide open fields here too for soccer or wiffle ball or softball or wide open fields for ice cream. Little playgroundy things or exercise. These are more like exercise stations that are planted. No, that are throughout the park. And this is the path you walk around that goes around the entirety of the lake.
I think it's 2 miles to go all the way around it, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that, though.
Okay, I'm sure no one will be quoting you.
I've been known to be quoted.
Look at that shot. You got quoted once.
Yeah, right now, when I said don't quote me.
I think it's 2 miles around, says Lisa Spear.
See?
There, I quoted you.
See?
As you're walking through Verona Park, there are a couple of these staircases. There may only be one. I'm not sure anymore. But we're going to stash a Jersey Frank business card in the 10th step up. So if you're into it and you like treasure hunts, Lisa is stashing that right underneath there. Maybe you can come and find it. I don't know. Maybe you got no life and you got nothing to do.
If you find it, take a picture of yourself and post it.
Lisa will send you $1,000 cash.
Yes.
Can I quote you on that?
There's no quoting of me. Remember?
Just kidding. We don't have $1,000 cash.
And we don't quote.
Not for you anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Here's a little bit of that ice cream restaurant boat dock from the other side of the lake. There's a couple really cool birds sitting here. I'm going to try to get closer and zoom in. Shh. I said be quiet. Be very quiet. I'm hunting wabbit. That's the little island I was telling you about. Right here. It starts there and it ends there. I don't know what Lisa's doing. She's giving out mating calls to the birds or something. And this is the end of the lake. This is one of the more beautiful areas of the park. And I want to walk you down to what I guess I would call the brook. We used to come here with the boys and play wiffle ball and stuff and kick the ball around when they were real small. And there was a tree over here. That was here from when I was a kid and my brother and I used to play in it. It was over here, but they chopped it down. And it had thousands of names carved in it. And it just grew out every which way, and I guess it got out of control. Look at this. Look how beautiful this is. Well, there's a couple of ducks down here doing their thing.
Dang.
Sometimes Lisa and I would come here and bring beach chairs and just hang out over in this huge field coming up across this little brook. Let's take a walk, shall we? we would set up over in this field somewhere under a tree. Verona Park, you got to get here. Tree hugging time. Oh. Basically, at the entrance of the park is a big playground. So if you got little ones, also something for them to do. When you come in, they got benches over there for the parents to sit and chill out while the kids do their thing. Little pavilions back there. You could eat lunch, bring a pack of lunch or something. You know what to do. All right, I think that about does it for our Verona Park trip today. And hope you enjoy.
Ice cream.
Oh boy.
You promised. Now here's a video of me taking a video of Frank taking a video of me taking a video. It's kind of like when you look in a mirror, or like if you're in like one of those mirrored houses in a fun house or something. Well, maybe not quite like that, but it's pretty funny. Oh, sorry.
Have a good day, everyone. Bye. Now we are walking to the town scoop across the street from the park, which you see over there. Verona Park is the entrance if you're walking in. The entrance if you're driving in is up there by the construction. The town scoop. Let's get the scoop. Well, we went to the wrong place. This is the town scoop, which is down right around the corner from where we just showed you. So if you're coming, it says shoe repair, but it's ice cream. Maybe it's shoe ice cream, shoe flavored. All right, we didn't want to go back to Lisa's parents' house and just sit. This is our grade school, Memorial School. And look at this, they named the field after a kid we grew up with who passed away early on as a kid. Maybe he was 13 or something. Chris Pridmore.
Yes, 8th grade.
Memorial Field. Yep. We didn't know that. They must have just recently named it. Okay, we're going to walk around the grounds. Go over and see the old school. This is Beatrice Gilmore School, which was another, I think this was kindergarten through 4th, and then you went from 5th grade to 8th over here. But I didn't go to that school. I went to a different one in town, then switched to this one. This used to be all woods beyond this fence. And there was a path that used to run through the fence, a dirt path deep into the woods, and there was a rock, a big rock we used to sit on and drink beer and do other stuff, hang out there. Then that path went out of the woods to the supermarket that used to be here many, many moons ago. That would have been 1979, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84. We got married in 86. All right, so let's walk across the field. We used to come out here, hang out at night in the bleachers. Used to be bleachers where this, I don't know what this thing is. It looks like a dumpster. Where this thing was, there were bleachers. We'd come down, sit under these trees over here after school. And Of course, we played baseball in these fields for school and also for the town leagues. All right, hold on. This is gonna sound weird, but we actually had like a big fight in this field. Two towns, Toto and West Patterson, right over here, met somewhere in this area. Oh my gosh, that was 1980, I think. 79 or 80. And yeah, the two towns had a fight over something, and about 100 kids met in this field. And one kid from our town fought the other kid from the other town. Kid from our town beat the crap out of that kid, and the whole thing was over.
Hey, actually, like, if you zoom in there, that's where our,
yeah, right where you see this black SUV right here, right in front of that was a phone booth. And that is where I had my friend call Lisa and say all nice things about me on the payphone so that she would go out with me. And then he said to her, so, you want to give this kid a try? And she was like, okay. And that happened 1982. And it was the beginning of a beautiful friendship. All right. Here we go. I don't know what else I'm going to tell you here. I'll make it up as I go along. Well, I won't make it up. I'll think it up. Well, I won't think it up. I'll think about it.
You'll reminisce.
Yeah. When I think of this playground out here, this blacktop, we used to come out here for gym in the morning with Mr. Valenza. And we would do our morning exercises out on this blacktop here. And then we'd come out for lunchtime and shoot hoops. Matt Gallorenzo and Billy Wright and Joe Mugno and me and who?
No, I don't think.
I'm naming names. You know who you were, who played basketball, and a bunch of other people. Rob Collada. Let's see. We'd come out that door right there, come out and play right here. I think of these doors over here that we're walking towards, and I always think of the song, I think of Pink Floyd, The Wall, and I think of like Blondie's tunes, and I think of Joe Jackson, Is She Really Going Out With Him? The songs that came out in, when we were in 7th and 8th grade here. There's a lot of stories I could tell here. I remember a kid in school who was, let's say, one of the more, well, I don't know a good term, so I'll keep quiet, but gave the principal the finger right here by this door. He was walking out this door and turned around and gave the principal the finger and walked out this door right there in that hallway by the corner. And I was there and I saw it and I was like, wow. There she is.
I was sitting in that last class right there, Mr. Carrier's class, when the whole 3 Mile Island thing went down. And I remember her like turning the TV on and explaining to us all that happened there.
Let's go look in that last classroom. This used to be the music room over here. It doesn't look like the windows are open. We'd have to go around the other side to see my... Well, I was here all 4 years, so I was here for 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. All right, we are approaching Lisa's 3 Mile Island nuclear. People say nuclear. It's nuclear. No, it's nuclear. People say nuclear, but it's nuclear. This is her 3 Mile Island classroom.
Isn't it nice? We also read that story, The Lottery, in there, which took a twist that I had never expected. So if you never read that, The Lottery, the short story, it's worth it. I was never even a reader, but I
Here
enjoyed
it is.
that.
I was in this classroom myself when that English guy came to visit and read The Owl and the Pussycat to us.
Yes.
He sat right there where that fan is in a chair and read it to the class.
In his, like, English
The
accent.
Owl and the Pussycat.
Yes. Well,
That's
read
how
it
he
to us
sounded.
in the library.
This was Miss Sicaria's class, right? You said?
Yes.
Okay. That's the boys club across the street. My brother and I haven't called each other by our first names in probably close to 40 years. More than that, actually. There was a boys club there, and they used to have an open night where you'd go and play ping pong and pool and you know, foosball, and go shoot hoops in there. In the larger part is a gymnasium. And there was a guy who worked there, and he'd have to sign in every time you went in. He would say, he was about 85 years old. What's your name? And we'd say, Spear. And he'd go, Speed? All right, go ahead in, Speed. So my brother and I have been calling each other Speed for over 40 years.
That was Pops, right?
Yes, that was Pops. We called him Pops. And we used to see Chris Prigmore in there all the time, who was the one we just saw they dedicated the park to. He was in a wheelchair, and Pridmore, yeah, he'd always be playing foosball. 1958, the school was built, and I got in here in 1975 or something. I remember we came out of this door the last day of school, 8th grade, going to high school, and a lot of the other kids were going away to different high schools, other high schools than I. And I thought, this is the last time I'm ever going to see these kids. And I haven't seen many of them since. Some of them moved away right after 8th grade. But it feels like yesterday. I came out and I stood like right here and just stared at the place. And I was like, well, take it easy.
Our boys played basketball here too.
They did. They used this gymnasium to play town basketball on the traveling team, yes. All right, well, that's the school story. Let's go see my 8th grade class, which was right here. It has an 8 on the window. Oh, this was, okay, so I had, I think this was LaJoy. Yeah, Spinelli, LaJoy, then mine was the next one down. Capella. Okay, so let's go to my 8th grade. Yeah, this was mine. Right here. There's that green marble wall that's been there forever.
I remember Miss Capella telling us that her last name in Italian meant hat. And then Mr. Spinelli...
I sat somewhere right over here.
Hey, I was talking.
I'm sorry. Somewhere right over in there.
Mr. Spinelli said his last name meant Little Peanut. And then I told him that my last name, Cucinello, meant Little Kitchen. Isn't that cute?
It's very, well, it was cute.
Oh yeah, it's cute.
All right, guys. Peace out.
Word up.
We're in Maywood, New Jersey, going to see the Uncle Floyd show at the, used to be the Maywood Inn. Now it's the Two Doors Tavern, I think. Twin Door Tavern. You're not supposed to get video of them, but we may be able to. Let's see what happens. Twin Door Tavern. People waiting outside. Let's see what happens.
That's the fireman. If you marry the fireman,
Going to be able to see it from there.
All right, Seinfeld is on. We got to go.